Well, Jesus or Yeshua never came to rapture his people, as South African pastor Joshua Michaela predicted. Many of you know that this pastor said Jesus actually appeared to him and told him that he was going to return for his church or rapture them on September 23rd during Rosh Hashanah. And when it didn't happen on that date, he said he incorrectly interpreted God's message because the heavenly calendar was different than the Julian calendar, as if the Lord would have misspoken. And the new date he set for the rapture was October 6 or 7, the beginning of the holy day of Sukkot. But here we are, again, no rapture. Now, again, I am not here to mock Christians who believe this pastor, nor the pastor himself. I love all fellow believers who have a passion for God and anticipate the return of Christ. And concerning Joshua, I don't know him, but while it's obviously possible he could be a charlatan or a wolf in sheep's clothing who's trying to deceive believers and bring reproach to the name of Christ, I highly doubt that's the case. More than likely, this man is sincere, but he's apparently sincerely wrong and misled. I know God's Spirit personally speaks to us and that divine visitations still happen. But we know that because God is omniscient and that he doesn't lie or change, he'll never speak anything that will oppose or contradict his written word, which must mean that this pastor either simply imagined or dreamed this visitation and that God actually spoke to him, or he just flat out lied about it due to insecurity and a need for recognition and approval from people, for instance. And while that could mean he's an imposter, it could also mean he just has some soul wounds that need to be healed and or that he really needs to learn how to hear God's voice better, which I'm sure is true for all of us on some level. Now, a word to the Christians who believed and followed this pastor. God doesn't condemn you for your misplaced faith. Neither do I. But you need to understand that the Lord never said we are to be childish in our faith, but childlike. While being childish means naively believing pretty much everything you hear because you haven't yet gained wisdom and discernment, being childlike simply means your default is set on faith and trust, not doubt, unbelief, and skepticism that stems from having to mentally grasp or understand everything before believing and acting on something. And of course, godly wisdom and discernment and mature faith aren't acquired through carnal and merely human reasoning, but by cultivating intimacy with God and by the indwelling Spirit, who the Lord promised would lead us or guide us into all the truth, right? So anyway, I just want to say this. Nobody will ever know the exact time of the Lord's return. And when, not if, but when you hear another person come along claiming they do know the exact time, don't throw stones at them. Don't throw them under the bus. But don't listen to them and don't follow them either. Have a great day. God loves you. I love you. Please like, share, comment, and follow. Thank you so much.